Hi, so a lot of people have been asking about attribute videos recently, so I thought the best way to do it is if I was just explaining my thinking method before for if I take over a team and I haven't seen the squad. So I'm doing a no sign-in save, right? I'm stuck with these players. Let's take over a squad which doesn't have loads of players. Let's take over this team, because then we can have a look at all of them, right? So they're going to be a struggling second division French team, small squad. Battle bravely or stay clear. Right, first off the bat I'm looking at positionals. So I mean we've got a lot of sort of fullbacks, wingbacks, more wingbacks, right? I can see high crossing already. On my main, he looks like my best right-sided fullback. He's actually got decent crossing as well. Maravel, not very good centre backs. Nice heading on one of them. Our best centre back, most complete centre back, and you could get away with playing him right back as well. Obviously I can't go into sort of very obvious stuff because you can kind of see it yourself. Like you can see straight away Zebri's lacks technique, but I mean he does have good jumping and strength, which will carry him through at that level. We got two DMCs. I mean he's a good ball playing one. He's got decent technique for this level and passing. So I'm definitely, you could possibly get away playing in mixed passing. I mean you're basically looking at the combination here of the passing ranges. So 23 out of 40 at this level is pretty high for a sort of DMC which isn't expected to have great technique. I mean what about our backup one? Because then you're sort of switching. I mean that's the Freitas and Dijon. I mean yeah, I mean they're almost carbon copies, except the Freitas is a bit more physically solid defensively. There's the Neon, yeah. I mean he's more progressive. He's actually got really high dribbling as well, but lacks pace. So I mean might be hesitant not to have him on run with ball, but it's just quite nice to have in tight spaces. I mean if you did use him on run with ball, then I'm putting him on a hold up ball as well. But it's risky obviously as a DMC, but there are tactics where you could get away with using that. But this is specifically an attributes video. So let's go by value. So I'm taking over this club. Here are our best players. This Laloni, Stevani, high finishing but looks fairly low off the ball. So I'm not having him run with ball. I mean I'm just literally having him on possibly free roll here, but he does have nice work rate and stamina. So you could either play him as a pressing forward or a free rolling forward, I think. But if you play him free roll, he doesn't have any attributes to sort of back up the free roll. So I mean he doesn't have sort of like long shots or higher passing. He does have raw technique though. So if you was to play him, I'm just playing him free roll on his own. But you'd need a very sort of quick striker with him, right? Someone that can put the ball in the back of the net, which we may not have at this level as club. We actually do, this Mane guy. I mean you're half getting away with playing him as a target man with him, right? So we're making a 4-4-2 with these, just to keep the video quite simple of what I'm looking for in attributes. I mean feels okay. Quite high passing there. One thing which is more powerful in this match engine is if they've got standout attributes. So more rounded players, they have to have a standout attribute to kind of enhance the player instructions which you're going to use individually for the attribute. So say a player that's got loads of 14s and 15s, I mean you don't particularly want him on loads of instructions, as opposed to someone that had like a standout attribute like an AMC with like 19 passing and high decisions or very high dribbling, which is, but that's all he can do. I mean he may lack in the other areas, but he's quick and he can dribble. So let's have a look at, see if we got anyone like that in our squad. See he's quite good as well. Just as he like straight away you're looking at him and thinking he's a backup finisher, right? So for the season if Mane gets injured, he's your backup for that role without you having to change the instructions. Obviously if he was forced to play Phil in front of him, I mean He's going to get in the same positions as Mane, but he's going to miss a lot of chances. I mean, he's got no finishing whatsoever, but his anticipation's great, his acceleration. This Cornet. I mean, someone like him, for example, I mean, because you've got to think about the level you're playing at. 12 passing is still quite high. So you do have the option to put them on through balls. But I'd only put him on a through ball if everyone else in your team's got very low sort of passing. Just to sort of utilise him a little bit extra, or set him as playmaker so the game knows to get the ball to him more. Or the match engine. See this Christ guy as well. I mean, he's got good physicals. He's quite rounded. So I mean, a player like him, I mean, his marking stands out as well. I mean, 10's probably quite playable here, and he's got high strength. I mean, you could have him as a man marking central midfielder and not have many other instructions on him, or you could just have him on zonal and press, because he does have stamina and work rates. You could do it either way. DeLonghi, he's obviously got high dribbling, fairly quick pace, so if you're playing him as a central midfielder, you could have him on run with ball but not forward runs, because he doesn't have high off the ball or anticipation. So he could just sit more, and when he picks it up, you could have him on run. So I mean, you're just flicking the instructions as you go along, right? Let's take a look at some other players here. I mean, who have we not looked at yet? Do any of these have potential? I mean, he's not very playable, but he's got a lot of 8s and 9s. I mean, all I'm having him is probably pressing as a fullback, because he's got stamina and work rate. I wouldn't do anything with man marking wingers, opposition wingers or anything, as opposed to, who do we have that could do that job if he was playing him left back? I mean, you could possibly get away with Zebre doing it. I mean, he's more of a central defender playing as left back. I wouldn't do it with him because his marking and positioning is quite low. He does have high crossing though, so obviously if you're going to play Maravel as a left back, you're going to have him on cross ball all season. It's just going to, it's same if you had a player with 19 passing and 17 decisions in central midfield. I mean, you're going to have him on, you're probably going to just leave him on through ball for the whole season. It's going to be more beneficial for your stats. I mean, he's quite an interesting player because we don't have a high passing team. So I mean, he's got decent flair. I mean, all I'm having him in is through balls. And possibly if his dribbling goes up at a later stage, you could maybe have him on run with ball in the hole. But I mean, I'm just literally having him as passing. I mean, if you have him pressing or not. So I mean, if you're going to sort of play a diamond or something, I mean, I'm literally just having him on through balls. Probably having him forward normal, through balls, and I'd just let him there. I mean, he's not good enough to play in a free role. I mean, if you're pressing or not, he's like at the 11s or 12s level, so you could do either. I mean, I'm probably still going to go press if I was playing him there. With AMRCs, I mean, you need to establish if they can actually play centre midfield, because players like that, if they've got a second positional which can play midfielder, you're better off having the arrows up. So I mean, you're basically going midfield into striker slot, so which you could do. I mean, it would still work with the free rolls here. You could have it on zonal as well. I mean, I wouldn't have him on hard tackling either. I mean, that's basically how I play him using his attributes. I mean, Mane is a striker here. I mean, what we're looking at, high finishing, but not high off the ball. I'm probably going forward, hold up ball. I mean, this is how I'd set him up. Forward, hold up ball, press, normal tackling, back for set pieces. I mean, you can change from zonal or none, depending on the match. I mean, it's nice to have him go back for set pieces though. Or is it? Heading 11. Possibly, at that level. I wouldn't probably in the higher division, I'd just leave him up front. And I wouldn't have him back for set pieces. If his heading and jumping was higher, he's got nice strength though, so I mean, I'm still playing. I mean, his go-to setting is probably just forward runs, hold up ball. He's not good enough technically with run with ball, but sometimes it's worth trying because some players actually play well with the free combination. More complete forwards. Savadan, which we clicked on before. Yeah, he's pressing. He's got high jumping. I mean, I might have. You could have either of them going back, but I mean, I'd probably leave Savadan up front to sort of free the space for Mane. If you're playing a 2 up top. So I'm probably just doing that with Savadan. Just free roll. No defensive responsibility, just let him float around. Colonnade moving up. Probably having them free roll like that. Possibly taking off, no marking. But you can kind of see how defensively solid you are with it or without. Is it worth being a bit more progressive and taking him off that? That's something you've got to flick around with. There's no right or wrong. You kind of find a balance with your team as you go along, or for certain matches. If you look at the AI opposition team, they've got very strong midfielders. You may just want them to just kind of be a bit more defensively minded. I mean, zonal itself kind of means the player focuses more on the defensive side. None has more freedom in an attacking sense, but they're not going to offer you much cover going back. It's the same with wingers. I mean, we don't have a squad with very natural wingers, so he's not good enough to even consider. But yeah, like general wingers, I mean he's a winger for instance. I mean he's more of a sitting winger, but you could play him on the flank. He's got high flair, decent pass and dribbling. I mean straight away these are his standout, what would affect the match engine. So I mean you'd have him on, he's still quite quick. I'd have him on forward runs with ball, and no defensive responsibility from work rate. So if we're putting him right side, I mean this is how I'm probably playing him. Runs with ball, normal, off marking. I mean, does he have enough on there? Yeah, I mean pressing, not on hard tackling. DMC wise, neither are great defensively, but the John, I'm going with the Freitas as a starter just because he can spray the ball. I mean, if his passing's low, you're always playing them on short. Short or long, I think works quite well. Sometimes you can play direct. If you've got very imposing forwards, you can. So I'm going mixed with him, and possibly even free balls, depending on if you're going to use Colonnade on free balls. I mean, it generally works quite well. Mixed or off free balls, still plays quite well. I'm just going to have him sit as well. His tackling's quite low there, so he's not going to get extremely high tackling, but he's going to perform quite well because he's quite a good ball player in DMC. His off the ball's quite high, so I mean you could risk even possibly having him on forward runs and through balls if you wanted to play, so he joins the play more. That's your call. I mean you're going to score more goals over the season doing that, but you're going to be a lot more defensively vulnerable, and you're going to get counter-attacked a lot more. So that's just sort of like a calculated decision, and it's situational. If you're 1-0 down, you may as well release him, right? If there's 10 minutes of the game to go. So that's entirely you're playing it to. This is the problem with these type of videos because there's so many sort of variables. I mean, you're considering the opposition squad as well, and what your other attributes are in the team. Because say, for example, you was playing a wide tactic here, and two of your fullbacks had high crossing and the wingers didn't, but the default is tread wingers, so it's forward runs with ball, cross ball. I'm taking my wingers off crossing, and I'd have both fullbacks crossing, or from one side where the more kind of physically imposing striker is, maybe more direct passing down one side of the flank. So if we're going by attributes. Free rolls, you're looking at standout. On this match version, you're looking at things like passing, agility. Free rolls and playmakers, sorry. High technique. He's not good enough to sort of do that. I mean, he's moving towards that direction. His technique's low, but his passing's high. It's why I wouldn't have him on a free roll, but I'd probably have him on through balls because the passing in the rest of the team's fairly low. Central defenders with passing, you're looking at, can they actually pass? So passing in decisions is always nice to determine what range of passing they're playing. I'm probably having them both on short because the Freitas has better passing, so you're looking to use the midfield for more. I'm only saying this because I'm looking around I'm looking at this sort of shape of this team, just going by the best players that they've got. And you might have to play sort of a defensive winger here, maybe something like this, and have him more direct because he's sitting more. You try and get the ball forward, and he's not got like sort of winger stats either, just going by what you're sort of playing. Or you just would play another central midfielder here, more sort of this. And because they can both play wing back, have one of them going up down that flank, which suits their natural position. Can both cross. One's got 8 crossing. So I'm definitely playing Sedan on the wing here. I mean, it's just obvious straight away. And he's got decent long shots, so you're going to have him cross and long shots to try and think of the balance of the team. The longer, you just want him running down the flank really, because that's all he can do. And he's got a bit of flair, so he is going to score a few goals every season just from that alone. He's got high passing as well, so you could even have him passing from deep. I mean, I might even do that, but because he's got no arrow, it might suit him just having him on there. Colonnade, I'm not having him on forward runs, just through balls for Mane. And Savadan floating around. He's obviously gonna play as a striker sometimes and free roll the others. So yeah, that's how I basically see attributes. There's no other really way of explaining it without using the squad that you've got to your disposal. I play a lot of no signing saves, so this is just sort of my methodology when I look at the squad. And then you're sort of tweaking as you go along. And obviously players get injured and you've got different styles of player in each squad, so you've got to sort of rebalance it quickly. So if I had to replace the Freitas here with Ibogo and John, I mean, he's got much higher dribbling and I mean, I'm looking just to sort of do him shorter passing. So I'm probably going to do this. And short, that's it. He's just going to keep the ball in front of the back four and not play so many long passes. And if I was doing that, I'm holding the ball up for Colonnade to drift into the space. So I'll be playing Colonnade as a playmaker, as opposed to I wouldn't if I had the Freitas, who was fully fit. Right? The Freitas is the much better DMC, currently anyway, because he's far more rounded, he offers more defensive protection as well, compared to John, who's just going to wander all over the place, but he's much more technically gifted. So yeah, I hope this helps anyway on the tactics video. I mean, I use Jose as an example. I can use more random teams in the future if maybe I look for a squad that's got more traditional wingers or something, and then I can come up with another sort of meta theory for the team. But this is generally what I'm trying to utilise. I mean, Colonnade's a standout. Mane, I've got sort of like free roll strikers. I mean, Phil's going to cover for Savadan, and I've got this. He's like a carbon copy, but just not as good, and he lacks strength. So obviously, I mean, if he gets injured, I mean, if Mane gets injured, I mean, all you're doing is basically swapping Dabete, and you're just going to take him off hold up ball, aren't you? I mean, hold up ball might not work with Mane because he's on that borderline whether he can hold it up or not. So you have to find that out the more you play. So yeah, I mean, if you're bringing him in, if I'm playing Dabete, he's young. I don't really want him having any defensive responsibility, so I'm just playing him with. I'll be taking it off the zonal for him as well. And can he press? Yeah, he's got a bit of press in him, so you could leave him unpressed. And I mean, obviously, I'm not going to have him back for set pieces like I might be half tempted to do with Mane, because it offers a bit more defensive solidity, which you could do away from home.